Today we're going to take a look at this nice little component tester. It's basically based on an Arduino processor that's inside the box. This one uses a simple two-line display, but there are some that have a larger screen. They basically do about the same thing. This is a case that I made for it. The one that I bought came as a kit, and so I kind of kludged together a case. But most people call these transistor testers. So like me, you may have a box of parts out in the garage like this. Some of them maybe you pulled off old circuit boards or from other projects or whatnot. So let's see, I've got a couple parts here. These actually say they're MOSFETs. So let's take a look. So I'll open one up. And the component number on the outside of the bag says 2N7000 MOSFET. So you see it's got three probes, and I just made them on clip leads, so it makes it easy to operate. So we're going to go ahead and just clip one on each pin, and it really doesn't matter how you hook it up because it will tell you what you did. It's really smart. So bear with me here while I hook it up. Okay, and I've got to get one more pin here. Alright, that looks pretty good, and try to make sure they're not touching each other. Okay, so I push the button quickly on the tester. Comes up and tells me my battery in it is okay, and it's testing. And it says it's a MOSFET. And it says pin 1 is the source, pin 2 is the gate, pin 3 is the drain. Capacitance is 57 picofarads, and VT is 2 volts. So that's pretty neat. Okay, so you might have picked that out of your box thinking, oh, that's just a transistor. You know, sometimes it's hard to read the markings on the part. And so you never know what you get. So let's just kind of pick something out of the box at random. Well, here's a part. I don't even know what it is. I can't read it right now. So let's go ahead and hook it up. It's in my drawer marked transistors, and I actually have another box marked power transistors. I don't know what it'll do to a power transistor. But anyway, let's go ahead and bend the pins a little bit so we can get to them a little easier. So I'm going to put pin 1 on the first pin, and the red and the blue. And there we go. And again, we'll just push the button, let go quickly, starting the test. It says it's an NPN transistor. Pin 1, 2, 3, EBC. Betas 176, and the use of F is 714 millivolts. So gives you pretty much everything you need to know about that transistor. Now, of course, if you look it up, based on the number, it should give you that same information. So that's just one I picked out there at random. Oh, here's a good one. I have no idea what this bad boy is. It could be anything. It could be even voltage regulator or something. But I don't really think it'll do voltage regulators. It'll just say I can't test this component, or there's a problem with it, and it'll give up. So let's just try it again. It's all hooked up, and push the start. It's a NPN, and I have it hooked up CBE beta 69, and it gives us another rest of our information there. So that's pretty interesting. Okay, so we can see pretty well that it does pretty good on transistors, and to some extent that's what it's made for. Not only is it good for checking junk parts that you might want to have. But it's also pretty good for checking parts just to make sure they're functional. So you know how hard it is to remove three-prong devices from a circuit board. Well, if you spend a little extra time testing your part before you plug it in, it might make your life easier. So anyway, let's skip this box for now. Those are mostly parts for power. Let's try some capacitors. I got a pretty big box of capacitors here. Stuff that I've collected over the years. And, a lot of them have the mil spec number on them. And those you have to really look up. But let's just say I wanted to find a capacitor for something, and I wanted to see if it works. So again, just hook it up to pin 1 and 2. Push the button. Comes up, wow, this is a capacitor, and you see there graphically it says pin 1 and pin 2, and this is 106 picofarads. It can't get much easier than that. Well, how does it work on diodes? Okay, here's a nice diode, a big fat one. What even is this? This is a 1N5401. That's a beast. Let's see what it does with this sucker. So go ahead and hook it up. Push the button. Does its test. It says it's a diode. Pin 1 is hooked to the anode, and pin 2 is hooked to the cathode. It's showing current there. It's showing how many millivolts across it, and also the capacitance across it. So it's really giving us a lot of useful information about this big bad diode. Okay, that was a big one. I don't even, what is this? What is this? This is something funny here. I don't even know what it is. Oh, this is an interesting part. This is an interesting part. It says, it shows a picture of it as two diodes hooked together. So this is going to be hilarious. Let's see what happens when we hook this up. I'm not making any promises. I don't know if I've even ever hooked a part like this up before. I hate people who make YouTube videos and are just doing everything for the first time and making mistakes. And so I guess I'm going to hate this video when I'm done. Anyway, let's push the button and see what happens. It's testing. Ah, look, it's showing exactly what it is. Although I lost a pin, but it happened. It is two diodes, and pin 1 goes that way, pin 3 goes that way, and says everything about it. So how about that? It actually worked. All right, so how about resistors? You got a box of resistors. You don't know what they are. I mean, look at this one. This is a red one. It's all red. No stripes, no nothing. I have a whole bag of these, and I might want to use them for something. I don't want to look up that mil-spec part number. I'm lazy. So I would just test a couple of them and see what they do. It's testing. It's showing that it's a resistor, and it's a 10K ohm resistor. Looks like it's even pretty accurate. Now I think I had a precision resistor around here someplace. I don't know where it went. Maybe it's this little green one. I don't know. So, that one probably a 10%er, I don't know. But it was pretty close to what its value should have been, it looked like. Let's try this little bad boy. It's got a funny color for a resistor. Usually resistors are kind of that brown color. It's testing. Oh, looky here. This, although it looked like a resistor, turns out it's a 564 picofarad capacitor in a resistor body. We'll see how useful this could be. So you get a part, you think, oh, that's a resistor, but in fact, they fooled us, right? So I'm going to put that in my capacitor box over there. Now let's see, here's a funny colored blue resistor. That's got to be funny. That can't be a normal resistor. Let's see what this bad boy is. Plug it in. And there we go. button. Yeah, it is a resistor. Yeah, about 40, 45 k ohms, give or take. Alright, real good. Well, we got one more box of parts to play with over here, and they are inductors. And, you know, I like to wind my own inductors, and I do that quite a bit. I have a bag here that I was winding for a project. It's supposed to be 33 microhenries. Well, let's see if I did a good job. I'm going to go ahead and hook it up. Hopefully the leads are tinned. Obviously these are made out of magnet wire. And let's see what happens here. A lot of times it kind of sees, it says, it kind of shows it as a resistor, but it says it's wire wound. And it does have 1.1 ohms, but it also shows my microhenries. Now I was trying to get about 33, I got 42. I guess that's close enough for government work. Here's a store-bought one. This one is supposed to be 100 millihenries. Let's go ahead and hook it up and see what it does. Push a button. And again, see, it's wire round, and look, it's 98.2. So very good results. So we went through all of our boxes here on the table: transistors, resistors, even MOSFETs, diodes, a funny diode, some various resistors, a resistor that turned out to be a capacitor, and a few inductors, and all for a meter that costs right around $10. Anyway, there you have it, and happy testing.